Have you ever wondered what happens to love after we pass on? Do couples continue their journey together in heaven, or is it just all over when life ends? And these are the questions we'll look at in this episode of Spiritual Shorts. A timely reflection for me, given that 1 week ago my wife and I celebrated our 33rd wedding anniversary, and this week our daughter is getting married. Let's get into it. Jesus says, at the resurrection, people will neither marry nor be given in marriage. They will be like angels in heaven. You know, for centuries, many have interpreted this to mean that marriage is only an earthly physical thing, a contract that ends when we die. But then, how do we reconcile this with the natural hope that many couples have that they will be reunited in heaven? If you've shared a deep spiritual bond with somebody, it's hard to imagine that love simply ending. Here's the thing. That instinct to see love as eternal, it's not just wishful thinking. It's a reflection of divine truth, a glimpse of what Swedenborg calls truly conjugial love. This isn't just romantic love, infatuation. It's a deep spiritual union between two people that transcends the physical world. Swedenborg warns that if we let go of this vision, if we stop seeing marriage as something eternal, the essence of true love just withers away. But where does the confusion come from? You know, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking our gender identities and our marriages are tied solely to our physical bodies. And if marriage is just a societal contract, then yeah, it makes sense to think that it ends at death. But that's missing the point. A truly spiritual marriage isn't just about earthly bonds. It's about two souls growing together, united in their love for God and for each other. When Jesus says, we'll be like angels, he isn't denying the existence of love or relationships in the afterlife. He's hinting at something much bigger. Angels, according to Swedenborg, are people who have reached a state of spiritual maturity. They aren't single or genderless beings floating in the heavens. They are men and women who've developed deep connections with their partners, connections that are rooted in goodness and truth. Here's the beautiful part. If you and your spouse have nurtured this kind of love on earth, if you've lived according to God's commandments and loved each other with a heavenly innocence, your marriage continues into eternity. You don't need a wedding ceremony in heaven. Your souls are already joined, just like the angels. And what if you're not quite the match you thought you were? No worries. God's got a plan for that too. In heaven, we are paired with the person who truly matches our inner self, the love we've cultivated in our hearts. It's not about marrying in heaven. It's about finding the perfect spiritual fit for who we have become. So what can we take away from this? The key is to live your marriage now with an eternal mindset, or look at the marriage you hope for with an eternal mindset. When we see marriage as a forever bond, not just something for this life, we nurture a love that grows deeper with time, a love that, as Swedenborg says, dives into the blessings of heaven. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you for joining me for this episode of Spiritual Shorts. If this message has changed or even deepened your understanding of marriage, please like, subscribe, or share this video. And may the good Lord bless and keep you.